Alright, so today we are showcasing a Gear Falcon Harburgs build with good old regular Void. I know I have an older version of this build when Prismatic came out. We're returning to just regular Void, and we're using Manticore. Now, if you don't know how this gun works, it did get some changes a while back. It has the perk Swooping Talons, dealing damage while airborne, increases this weapon's damage output. And then the Catalyst adds some fun stuff to it. While you are airborne, sustain damage and final blows with this weapon to difficult combatants grant a Void overshield, reduce combatant accuracy, and return ammo to the magazine. Now we pair this with Gear Falcons, which is going to give you an overshield as well. It's very strong. Plus we get volatile rounds after being invisible, and being invisible is just really strong on Void, Hunter, and Prismatic when you can get Stylish to proc. So yeah, we're gonna just farm invisibility as much as we can. And you know, if you get caught in a sticky situation, you can just dodge out. If you're in the air with volatile rounds procced, you can just be invis, proccing left and right. For aspects, we have, of course, Vanishing Step. If you are in a sticky situation and need that invis pronto, we have Stylish, of course, so when you are killing targets with volatile procced, you are getting that invis and true sight as well. Grenade, you can use pretty much whatever you want here. For fragments, we start with Echo of Cessation. We're going to also create some more volatile damage with finishers, because they're going to explode and become volatile, and also create a Void Breach. Echo of Starvation, because Devour is just always nice. I really don't know a situation where Devour isn't nice, unless you're using a weapon that is, you know, supposed to bring your health down. Then we have Echo of Persistence, so that our Invis, Overshield, and Devour are all increased. This is one of the rare cases where you're using all of these. Usually it's just Invis and Devour, or maybe just Devour, but we're using all three of these buffs, so it's going to be very nice to have this on. And then of course Echo of Obscurity, so we have another way to get invis with finishers just in case we need that. So here are the armor mods. Kind of ignore the artifact mods for this one just because this build is pretty strong in general, and yeah, cut that. We have a Harmonic Siphon for when we're getting multi-kills with Manticore, Dynamo for when we're dodging near enemies to either get our smoke back or go invis, and a Heavy Ammo Finder if need be. You can also swap this out for pretty much anything you want here. The helmet mods aren't terribly important, and I just like to have my grenade as much as possible, and I like to make orbs with my grenade. Sometimes it's not necessary. If you are someone who doesn't like the slow reload of Manticore, when you're in the base mode on the ground, not floating in the air, then you can throw a double harmonic loader on. It's really up to you with the arm stuff, and of course chestplate is going to depend on what activity you're doing. I do have better already and recuperation on for just a better way to heal with Void if you don't have Devour. You don't necessarily need both of these. It's kind of overkill. If you're building into your grenade a little bit more, you could throw an innovation on instead. And then an elemental charge, because we will be making Void Breaches, so just another way to get armor charge up. And let's say, you know, you want to do a little extra damage. Instead, you could throw a Void Surge on as well. You might have seen special ammo finisher here. I was doing a different loadout earlier, so Bomber is good if you are, again, building into your grenade. If not, run whatever you want in this slot. Time Dilation, just so we have a little extra decaying armor charge. You could also swap this out for utility kickstart so that you have your dodge back a little bit faster if you have low mobility, and also powerful attraction, so when we are dodging, we are getting those orbs back as well. Now for weapons, obviously Manticore is nice to run with Gear Falcons, but let's say you don't have it. Choir of One is just simply the strongest. That's why I was running a special ammo finder. That's the only thing I would swap if you put something like this on instead, because special ammo economy, if you do run double special, can be a little rough sometimes, but it's still very much strong. It's not dead, but if you're kind of weary of running double special, throwing like a Midnight 2 on, or literally anything would be fine as well. You can throw a special ammo finder enhancement on your gun so that you have a decent way of getting that special, and the special ammo finder on your helmet as well if you are running double special. But Manticore is nice because of the overshield. Enemies won't really hit you as well while you're in the air. They still can. Just make sure grounded isn't on when you have this build equipped, because you will get shredded. Also, oscillation, if you are running a GM with that on, running this with GLs and an SMG like Manticore is really strong, because buff/debuff, the way it works is you say deal damage with your grenade launcher, and it's going to give you an increased damage stack for your SMG. So you do a little bit with your lost signal or whatever you might have here, mountaintop, etc. And you switch to your Manticore and you're going to do increased damage, and it's actually really fun. I was running it in Liminality with this exact build, and it was just shredding. It was really fun to run. And I'm a Manticore simp now, maybe just a little bit. It's not my favorite gun in the game, but it's growing on me. I still think that Choir of One is stronger, but this is definitely a fun build to run. And like I said, you don't need to run Manticore, but Manticore definitely does help. You're just always going to have an overshield, essentially, and it's really nice. Anyways, we'll have the Mobalytics link in the description, as well as some gameplay here to showcase the build a little bit. If you enjoyed the video and watched all the way through, please leave a like, it helps me a lot, and subscribe if you haven't already. A lot of people who watch are not subscribed, and it helps me a lot. And anyways, if you watched, again, I appreciate that the most, more than anything else, and I'll see you in the next one.